companies like Apple saying that because of a crunch in memory chip supply, they might have to either raise their prices or like cut down on the amount of phones they use.
Any commodity is going to be, the price is going to be a function of supply and demand, and eventually prices get high enough such that certain forms of demand just are no longer economical and are just not going to make as many video games or cameras. Are we starting to see any of that yet, such that certain uses and consumption of memory
So
is just
Joe
gone?
doesn't have to buy a Switch for his son.
Yeah, that's right.
On the demand side, you're also seeing that for the Chinese smartphone market, right? A lot of the analysts, a lot of the research firm, right? A lot of the company was saying like they are cutting off their smartphone outlook. For example, I think MediaTek recently left for earnings, right? They are saying they are cutting off the mobile to, I think it was 12 or 10 to 15% of the 2026 outlook. That's very significant, right? You're saying this year is supposed to be 100 million, but it will essentially goes to 90 million. Right? Apple will be a great example here because they are saying we are actually managed pretty well. They are saying the real sort of meaningful margin impact will actually show up in the second half 2026 instead of like the first quarter or second quarter. So it's definitely already showing up in the market, right? I think what you can expect this year will be two things. One is sort of demand destruction in PCs, right? The broader consumer electronics, or the spec, whether it's the memory spec that's very straightforward, but also the camera. And also on the what we call like delay launch. You don't want to launch your new products that have higher price than initially thought, which will impact your new launch performance, which usually your new launch product has better ASP, better margin compared to your previous generation products.